My name is Daniel, and I have been saw many strangest things over the past week. The first one in the Monday of April 25th, I returned back home after work, then I came to my bedroom and fell asleep. Then in the next hour, I was awakened by the sounds of utensils and pans falling on the floor. And a roar with my neighbor screaming in agony, which had then ate my neighbor. I came down to the kitchen floor of my neighbor, to check if everyone's okay, but instead, I saw a fleshy creature eating her with wounds and organs laying on the floor, and blood almost covering the fridge, oven, and shelves. But then it noticed me and started to hunt after me. When it roared, I ran to the closet to hide, so the anomaly couldn't attack me. Then I ran out of the house, everything was falling down and breaking on the floor in almost every room. Then it destroyed the door and ran out to jump at me, but thank goodness I had a grenade to kill it, which I managed to kill it and made myself injured. But at least that thing is gone, so it can't go to my neighborhood. This was the first incident happened last week, but then in April 27th, when I was in the Japan vacation, I saw a bright, white light in the distance of the Pacific Ocean. Everyone was interested, while I felt uneasy because to me, there's light felt like it was out of a mutant, like me, 37. Even someone got out of mind by staring at it really weirdly. And in 29th of April, I saw a group of black figures from the television explaining about them after the incident in Australia. They were standing around our houses, looking like they're ready to do something like killing all of us, but they were just standing for 6 hours, then they disappeared even without everyone noticing. This is all for now on the weekend, but it could be worse. For now, the C-5 galaxy is undead.
This message is being broadcast by the Department of the Defense of the Republic. The mutant B-57 is coming to the Crimea fastly, and it has already destroyed submarine objects like submarines. The safety protocols are starting to be placed all over the globe. Instead of the USSR, please evacuate the city with a mask on, even if there's no signs of mutant in the city. It comes in the next 30 minutes, so please evacuate in the next 25 minutes.
Срочные новости, вы на канале Россия-24. В Крыму появилась аномалия, которая у нее есть голова у самолета Б-75. Люди из некоторых стран говорят, что оно состоит из плоти, которая может заражать самолеты, но и людей. Еще это существо питается на радиации, так что оно может прийти к одним из наших АЭС, и это будет очень плохо. Оно сейчас на суше Черного моря, и идет оно в Старый Крым. Эвакуации начинаются сейчас, лучше покидывайте дома сейчас и носите маски. Все аэропорты будут закрыты из-за этого мутанта, так что лучше плыть на кораблях, чтобы быть подальше от этого мутанта.
Yesterday, a destructive moment has happened in Crimea. They said that the destruction was happened by the B-57, with its mech beams making too much damage. It was searching for a nuclear power plant, but since there were no nuclear power plants and the military were made some damage to B-57, it haven't consumed the nuclear power plant. And because of that, B-57 decided to do its mech beam attack twice and made too much damage, mainly because it made many aircrafts, especially jets, fall into the ground, making many damages towards people and buildings. No one died in that attack, but some were almost deadly injured, to the point they needed an operation to be saved. But ﷺ, another mutant DHL, had the ability to dig under the ground like the C-10, and it's going to the Kuala Lumpur, where the C-5's galaxy is unconscious. We think that it will revive the C-5's galaxy because of the radiation level on the mutant DHL. This will be a serious threat, because if it will revive the C-5's galaxy, it will cause serious damage towards the globe, as it has many powerful attacks. Sadly, we can't do anything about that, so the only way to survive is hiding under the bunkers, until the C-5 leaves the city or another K2 or infected aircraft make C-5 leave the city. This message is being broadcast by the Department of the Defense of the Republic. A DHL mutant managed to revive C-5's galaxy quickly in Kuala Lumpur. The C-5 is making its way to Singapore. Please evacuate the city or hide in the bunkers or even swim on the boats before it will come to the city that you are in.
What happened after the cosmic pulse that C-5 made?
I saw the latest PC-6 crash landing at one of the building. Here's the aftermath of it.
Holy crap, we have to do something quickly.
At least it isn't coming to us. It is swimming all the way from the ruins of the Singapore to the Mexico Bay. Also, we saw this at one of the abandoned buildings.
What the hell is this? First the gem of Godzilla, then Biolante, then Rodan Ghidorah and Shima, then Lockheed 1011 on its chest, now this, just with an eye on it? This is too much gems.
Yes, I know. Let's try to secure it. If something bad happens, we will destroy it.
I actually agree with that idea. Let's do it.
Breaking news, you are back at the Channel 1 News. Ever since the incident in Singapore, C-5 has expanded its attacks to be more powerful. Like the deadly nuclear pulse, which it almost made Tuas in Singapore vaporize. After that, the radiation rised rapidly, to the point it almost will make dead bodies fuse together and form into a one cone-like structure, because many reported about a white glowing spike in the middle. Even though the other attacks aren't shown in the incident, but people reported that C-5 Galaxy actually had more attacks than before. Like a tail laser and a star attack, that is completely different, and it's more powerful than the star attack from Lockheed 1011's. This is all the information we have for now.